Do the Right Thing is a collaborative effort of several organizations, including the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department, the St. Louis County Police Department, Southern Illinois Police Chiefs Association, Education Plus, St. Louis Community College District, McDonald's Restaurants, Memorial Hospital of Belleville, Commerce Bank, Sigma Aldrich, Wayland Security, the Magic House, St. Louis Science Center, St. Louis Snow Cone, Lindenwood University in Belleville, McKendree University, and of course, my home, KMOV Channel 4. Now you can clap. I'm Courtney Bryant. I anchor our 5 p.m. show, and I'm so happy to be the host every month of Do the Right Thing. I really, truly look forward to this. It's such a treat for me to be a part of this. I would like to also introduce some other participants, well, not other, but really the most important parts of our program. At the helm of the program are 3 police chiefs. I'd like to first introduce Belleville Police Chief William Clay. He is the president of the Southern Illinois Police Chiefs. He would like to say a few words about Do the Right Thing.
Thank you and good morning. I'm happy to be here. As the president of SIPCA, you get an opportunity to do this for 1 year. And this is December, so this will be my final time here. But I have absolutely enjoyed doing this. This is awesome. As the president of SIPCA, I have a lot of duties, as well as being a police chief in Belleville. But this is the most fun. I at first was like, oh, we gotta go over there every month. You know, you put something as a burden. And I came over here and I looked, and I was just so excited. And those little kids, they make me so happy. And they get up and they smile, and the parents and the teachers, and all of the cooperation in making sure that these wonderful people are recognized. So I just want to say I've absolutely enjoyed this. And if I had the opportunity or if given opportunity in the future, you will see my happy little face again. So thank you.
Thank you to Chief Clay. I'd like to now introduce this morning's host. Of course, we're in St. Louis County, so this morning we have Chief John Belmer of the St. Louis County Police Department.
Thanks, guys. It's a pleasure to be here. Good morning. Children, I appreciate you. I appreciate what you do. Thank you for doing the right thing. That's a big deal. Parents, teachers, the reason you're here today and the reason these little guys are here today is because you're setting that role model for them. That's a big deal. It occurs to me that successful children who have everything, all the potential in the world, need to make sure that they have that backbone of solid parents, teachers. You're making a difference in their lives. Everything that they do right now is tied back to you. Awesome responsibility, but look at you, you're here today. So that's really cool, and I appreciate that. Not everybody, unfortunately, is involved with their children as perhaps they could be. Now, I understand today that we have some children that did some fundraising. I understand today that we have some children that did the right thing for some other reasons, and I applaud you all. One of the fundraisers I know was for Officer Blake Schneider, who we lost in October. I was asked this morning on a radio show, you know, hey, listen, this is a tough job to do, and how do you guys and your police officers persevere through that? I said the support is real, the support is tangible, and the efforts of you guys out there who did this fundraising on behalf of those law enforcement officers out there, those first responders out there, specifically Officer Schneider, is a big deal. It's tangible. We can feel it. We can feel it in here. So before I close, I do have a special guest that I want to introduce. She felt like she wanted to be here today to support what you're doing and just be here for her support. If I could introduce Elizabeth Schneider. Elizabeth? Isn't going to really say anything. And you want to say anything?
Thank you, guys.
I'll speak on her behalf. I am so proud of her. She certainly has been in a lot of events. It's a big deal, and for Elizabeth to be here it is a big deal in my world, and I know it is in yours. And on behalf of Elizabeth, for you little guys that did this fundraising, thank you. God bless you all.
I want to thank the chief, and also thank you, Elizabeth, for being here. It's really special that you came out this morning. We also have some members of the Do the Right Thing Board of Directors here in the room. If you could all please stand, and we can applaud you for your work in support of our program. If you got a program when you walked in, the back of the program explains that when we stood there and waved and all the kiddos got tired with me, that shot is going to air tonight on KMOV at 6 o'clock. If you want to set your DVR, you can do that. It'll also be on our YouTube channel if you want to go there and reference that as well. Also check our Facebook page. A lot of times we post each child's individual story, so you can go back and read them there. Today's honorees are considered our special winners, chosen from over 100 nominations. So you kids are very special. But of course, every kid who we hear about or gets nominated is always a winner in our book. At this time, I'd like to ask some of our Baldwin police officers to join me here on stage. Last night I had the opportunity to be in the room at the Baldwin Board of Aldermen meeting where we honored Michael Flamion. He was, as you might remember, he was shot and was left paralyzed, and he just got back home. It was such an incredible homecoming you guys gave him last night.
Thank you very much.
Really special. So our first kids had something to do with that. I'd like to invite up Caitlin Benoist, Kirsten Benoist, Mackenzie Giesler, Laura Jost, CJ Moore, Tori Moore, Addie Taylor, and Peyton Taylor from Geggy Elementary. A little bit of a big group of kids, but they really earned this honor. Katie Moore.
Stand there. Get all together.
Thank you.
It is a big group, isn't it? So Katie Moore sent in a nomination on this group of achievers and said, days after Baldwin police officer Flamion was injured, a group of local girls decided to create a lemonade stand. Not lemonade, but lemonade. Pretty cool. They had no idea this would draw so much community support. Their hope was for maybe $500. It did more than that, though. It raised $4,000, creating a wave among the community of lemonade stands. Their compassion has now reached for many others in need. They became an example of kids in our community supporting what's the right thing to do. Thanks to their dedication and compassion, the community at large has great role models. So today we recognize Caitlin, Kirsten, Mackenzie, Laura, CJ, Tori, Addie, and Peyton for doing the right thing. Is Kate Moore here in the room? We'd like to thank you for nominating this well-deserving group. Now, we usually ask the kids what you guys have dreams about. Which way are we? Who's Caitlin? Caitlin, okay, you're on that end. Okay, Caitlin, let's start with you. What would you like to be when you grow up? An ice cream maker? Driver. Oh, like a truck. That's cool. How about you, Kirsten? A teacher. And we have Mackenzie.
I want to play softball in college.
Nice.
A veterinarian.
A veterinarian. That's Laura.
Firefighter.
CJ wants to be a firefighter. How about you, Tori?
A teacher.
Another teacher. Addie?
Veterinarian.
Oh, we have two veterinarians. Okay. Peyton?
Teacher.
3 teachers, 2 veterinarians, ice cream truck driver. Oh, firefighter. Okay. And a softball player in college. Thank you, kids. You can sit back down now. Next up, we have Madeline Bradley, Patrick Bradley, Austin Donovan, Bailey Flanagan, Aubrey Friesmeyer, Mia Friesmeyer, Madison Pike, and Taylor Pike from Geggy Elementary.
It was in order. I don't know where Madeline's went to. She went to the, okay. You know, you gotta go, you gotta go. Everybody other than Madeline.
Okay.
So where's Madeline?
She's in the restroom.
Okay.
Should we wait?
This is Madeline's brother.
Is that
What do you think, Tracy? Should we wait or should we?
we can wait.
Okay.
We can give everybody else their certificates. I mean, I don't know how long it takes.
That's Patrick.
Oh, is that her?
Here she comes.
All right. Just in the nick of time. All right, well, we're really gonna need a bigger stage at this point. What have these great kids done? I'm glad you asked. Officer Benjamin Granda with the St. Louis County Police Department nominated this crowd up here, saying residents of the Mirasol neighborhood in Eureka organized an event to raise money for Elizabeth and Malachi Snyder, the surviving family of hero police officer Blake Snyder. The event, which took place on Sunday, October 23rd, included a bake sale, raffle, and auction. Doing what they could to help the effort, this group of children took it upon themselves to organize a small stand where they sold lemonade and candy. The children made and sold the lemonade themselves. Combined with their candy sales, they raised a total of $280. They even helped with a 50-50 raffle, which raised an additional $1,100. In total, this event raised over $21,500. They donated all the money to backstoppers in police officer Blake Snyder's name. Thanks to their kindness and generosity, the community stood up for a hero, and this group of kids did their part to show they cared too. So today we're recognizing Madeline, Patrick, Austin, Bailey, Aubrey, Mia, Madison, and Taylor for doing the right thing. We also want to thank Officer Granda, of course, for nominating this great group of kids.
Here, hugs. Thanks, guys. You are so amazing.
Bailey? Hugs? Hugs.
Mom,
When you get your certificate, turn it around and face it this way so we can get a really good picture of everybody all together. Oh, good job. She's ready.
thanks, guys.
All right. You guys all get up together so we can get a really good picture.
You get right there. I'll stand right here.
All right. All right. I think, did everybody get their picture? We can wait. Okay. So let's start with you, Madeline. What do you want to be when you get older? Is this Madeline or is that Madeline? That's Madeline. You're the one who we waited for, but you're so important, so we waited for you. What do you want to be when you get older?
She wants to be left alone.
We can come back. How about you, Patrick?
A soccer player.
A soccer player. All right, another one. Austin?
A biologist.
A biologist. You are Bailey.
A teacher.
Teacher. Aubrey. A teacher. How about Mia? A teacher. Madison?
Teacher.
Teacher. Taylor?
FBI agent.
Oh! Usually the police officers hope that one of the kids say they want to be a police officer, but I think they kind of stepped it up a notch today, didn't they? All right, kids, thank you so much. All right, next up we have Jordan Chase, Sophie Sweet, Raven Thompson from Smithton School. The These three young ladies wowed someone out of their school, out of the building, and it wasn't even during school hours. They were nominated by their principal, Mrs. Vicki Norton, who said, "I would like to nominate 3 students who demonstrated great thoughtfulness recently at a state championship softball game. Observing what these girls did made me very proud to be the principal of Smithton School. The Smithton Cougar softball team was playing for first place in the championship game at Pinckneyville, Illinois. Both teams had a large number of fans present cheering them on. Once the game was over, there was an incredible mess all over the bleachers underneath as well. These 3 girls took it upon themselves to immediately go into action and pick up all the trash. Large messes were everywhere, not even belonging to the Smithton fans, but the girls felt led to clean up the entire area. Several of the Smithton parents noticed and called Mrs. Norton's attention to the kind and thoughtful acts these 3 girls were displaying. Mrs. Norton felt such a sense of pride that they have such amazing students at Smithton School. Although they didn't win first place, it was a winner of a day observing these girls taking it upon themselves to do the right thing. We are so proud of them." Is Mrs. Vicki Norton here? There you are. All right, thanks for nominating these girls. Jordan, what would you like to do when you get older?
Be an engineer.
An engineer. Very cool. How about you, Sophie?
I want to be a meteorologist.
Nice. I have some friends you could talk to. How about you, Raven?
I'd like to be a pharmacist.
Nice. Very good. Well, congratulations. Next up, we have Selena Chimaria from Melanphy School. Did you guys know that this girl right here should have a badge and a radio? Well, let me tell you why. St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department's Detective DeAndre Davis nominated Selena and said Selena came to the rescue late one Friday evening. 2 young boys were located by a passerby unattended near a busy street, which they had already crossed from their residence. Detectives were trying to locate the residence of the young boys to get them safely home when they came upon Selena, her brother, and a friend. Upon identifying themselves as police officers and asking for help to see if they were familiar with the kids, Selena instantly knew who the little guys were and where they lived. She eagerly joined the investigation and was able to take the detectives to the boys' residence, which excited the little guys as well. Thanks to Selena, detectives had a case solved right then and there. Case closed, all thanks to Selena. Thanks to her kindness and compassion, the detectives were able to safely get the boys home and offer the assistance needed. So today we are recognizing Selena Chimaria for doing the right thing. Is Detective Davis in the room?
He is not, but I will say she saved us that day, because I was with Detective
Wow.
Davis, and we had no idea where this 1-year-old and 3-year-old little boy, who had already crossed over Gravois.
Oh my
I don't know
gosh.
if you guys, Gravois, they had crossed Gravois in the middle of the night, and she
Wow.
helped us get them back home.
That's pretty cool. So Selena, you have a future in police work? Or what do you want to be when you get older? A nurse. Well, that's another hero public servant job. I like that. Congratulations. So close. All right, next up we have Autumn Fricky. All right. If you are looking for Big Sister of the Year, we may have found her right here. Autumn was nominated by Kim Enriquez, who said Autumn is a little girl who shoulders a lot of responsibility in her family. Each morning, she walks her little brother and sister a long distance to school. She cares for them and keeps them safe while carrying her large instrument for band and her book bag. On rainy days, you can watch her walk with them, holding an umbrella too and keeping them dry. Throughout the winter months, she helps keep them warm and always makes sure they get safely to school. She does this every morning and every evening the entire school year, regardless of the weather. The special thing about Autumn is while she is so responsible and nurturing, she does this with a smile and a warm heart. Her walk is long, and this family is always on time thanks to Autumn's responsibility. Once at school, she continues that responsibility in the classroom. She has a kind heart and is nice and polite to everyone she comes into contact with. Autumn is a great example of responsibility and kindness to all she comes in contact with, but especially those younger siblings that depend on her so very much. Thanks to her kindness and compassion, her siblings have someone who looks out for them and cares for them every day on their way to and from school. So today we are recognizing Autumn Fricky for doing the right thing. Is Miss Kim Enriquez here?
She has a meeting. I'm her teacher.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for being here. Autumn, what would you like to be when you get older?
A teacher.
Nice. Well, you have good qualities for that. You're well on your way. Isaiah Murray from Jefferson School.
I forgot what I want to be.
That's okay. You have,
I made it up, but I forgot the name.
well, you don't have to make it up. Maybe you just don't know yet and you're still figuring things out. You're a kid. You have time. That's okay. You're getting an award today, so you don't even have to think about that. So when the judges were going through the nominations, everybody kept saying how awesome Isaiah sounded. Let me share with you his nomination. Miss Liz Watts, who nominated Isaiah, said, Isaiah is in my second grade class. Second grade? You're too tall for second grade. You look older than that. Well, Isaiah has proven himself to be a very empathetic student. Time and again, he has shown great concern for the welfare of others. His mother has said Isaiah spends time thinking of ways to help those less fortunate. At the age of 7, Isaiah already recognizes the misfortune of others and wants to help. As an example of him in action, Isaiah brought to school a small toy from home. He had it in his book bag to play with after school. He showed the toy to another student in class. Later, the toy was missing from his book bag. The student he had shown it to now had it in his pocket. Miss Watts resolved the issue and gave the toy back to Isaiah. Most kids might have been mad, but not Isaiah. He felt bad. He felt bad for the boy who had taken his toy. He told the student that he would get him one of his own, and he actually did. Isaiah brought in the same toy and gave it to the student who had taken his. Who among us can say we would have reacted this way? Isaiah Murray is an example to all of us. Thanks to his kindness and generosity, he has made a friend and a classmate while showing others how giving can grow a heart and a friendship. So today we are recognizing Isaiah Murray for doing the right thing. Can you what?
Do I go back now?
Not yet. We want to recognize your team. Is Liz Watts here? Thank you for nominating Isaiah. All right, did you remember it? Did you think of it?
I forgot his name. It's ours.
What is it?
Can you just? I forgot the name. You forgot what it's called. I made it up.
That's okay. You still got time to think about it, but we're so proud of you and happy for you that you did the right thing today. You can go back now.
I think I'll be the class.
What?
Class. The what? The class.
The class? You want to teach
Class.
Flash?
What?
Oh, you want to be the Flash? Of course. Okay.
Well, okay.
All right, Isaiah. Bright future. See, you said it so fast that none of us got it. Okay, next up we have Cameron Schwimmer from Smithton School. So you have a new class for the school year as a teacher and you have to count on somebody. This is that somebody. Cameron was nominated by her teacher, Miss Erica Brugman, who said, on the second day of school, I tripped over some chairs in my classroom and fell. Usually that's not a big deal and the kids laugh it off. However, Mrs. Brugman was 26 weeks pregnant and she is a high-risk pregnancy that is supposed to take it easy. While she caught herself to be on the safe side, a call to the doctor later, she needed to go to the hospital for monitoring. Mrs. Brugman was frazzled, trying to get sub-plans ready in 10 minutes and leave as soon as she could, and this was only the second day of school. Mrs. Brugman did not know her new students, and they didn't know the classroom norms. But she knew she could count on Cameron to help run the show that afternoon and help the sub in any way possible. Cameron did not let her down, even though they had just met 36 hours ago. Her genuine personality and attitude immediately made Mrs. Brugman sense how wonderful of a young lady she truly is. She was a rock star helper after being in the class for just a day and a half. Cameron emailed the teacher in the afternoon and asked necessary questions and was such a sweetheart. Cameron even sent an email that evening to make sure everything was with Mrs. Brueggemann and the baby were okay. Leaving a class with a substitute is never easy, but Cameron reminded her that there are responsible students out there. Mrs. Brueggemann is so proud of Cameron and is blessed to have her as a student this year. So today we recognize Cameron Schwimmer for doing the right thing. Is the teacher here? Miss Erica Brueggemann, thank you for nominating. Cameron, what would you like to be when you get older? A pediatrician. Well, that's perfect. That kind of fits with you saving your teacher and stepping up. That was really awesome. Thank you. Braden Taylor from West Haven Elementary School. Some days you just need a friend, someone to show they care, someone to be a great example. Well, let's get a mirror for Braden because that's what he did. Miss Allison Poling, who nominated Braden, said Braden happily cheered and congratulated a fellow student on continuous matches when playing a game with his peer. Now, this peer who was playing with Braden has had difficulties interacting with peers and realizing playing games with peers is for fun and it doesn't matter who wins. When Braden cheered this peer on and showed genuine joy for his classmate winning the game, it helped that kid realize it's about having fun and a friend to play with, not winning all the time. After Braden's demonstration of good character, the peer was able to independently find happiness and excitement for Braden when he was making the matches needed in the game. Braden helped a fellow student gain valuable social skills in one simple game. Thanks to his friendship and encouragement, a friend has learned a valuable lesson about simple joys of playing with friends. So today we are recognizing Brandon Taylor for doing the right thing. Wait. Is Miss Allison Poling here? Okay, well, we're so glad she nominated you. Braden, what would you like to do when you get older?
President of the United States of America.
The confidence. Man, that was like a convention speech. That was just so rousing. I'm so inspired. Proud to be an American. Jack Williamson from Eagleview Elementary School. Jack is the kind of kid who warms your heart like a cookie fresh out of the oven with a cup of hot chocolate and marshmallows. Miss Mary Holtkamp, who nominated Jack, said Jack is a first grader and he earned this nomination for exhibiting kindness and compassion. A kindergarten student at Eagleview Elementary, Lydia, is battling brain cancer and is unable to attend school. Jack learned of his schoolmate's illness and took it upon himself to write her a note. The note was delivered to Lydia by her homebound tutor, Mrs. Tricia Durbin. Mrs. Durbin reported that Lydia was so excited to get a note, especially from a first grader, that she just grinned ear to ear. Do you know what the note said? There was a joke. The joke said, "Why did the loaf of bread go to the doctor?"
No, cookie. It's cookie.
Oh, okay, sorry. Why did the cookie, why don't you tell the joke?
Why did the cookie go to the doctor? Yes, exactly. He gets said because it was crummy.
Oh. Wait, no, you're not done.
She's right there in the back. Right
You have to let me do that part. This is my job. You just stand there and look pretty. Here, look at the camera. Okay, so Jack was so kind that he told that joke and he also offered to hang out with Lydia or watch a movie with her. He really demonstrated the do the right thing spirit. Thanks to his kindness and compassion, a young girl has a great joke, a sense of friendship, and a feeling of inclusion. So today we are recognizing Jack Williamson for doing the right thing. Okay, now is Miss Mary Holtkamp here. Thank you for nominating. Jack, you want to be a stand-up comedian?
No, a professor.
A professor? Well, I want to take your class because that's going to be a really good class. Well, that was all of our winners this morning. How about a big round of applause for all of them? Again, each and every month, hundreds of children receive certificates of recognition from Chief Belmer, Chief Dotson, and Chief Clay, along with McDonald's meals and Do the Right Thing t-shirts. Every single child is a winner and is recognized. Please help us to promote the Do the Right Thing program by continuing to advocate nominations. By promoting good character traits, we can help children build their self-esteem. We all have a chance to make a difference. I would like to also acknowledge other people in the room who deserve a big round of applause. Would the parents, guardians, and family members of our Do the Right Thing winners please stand?
And
Wave.
which hand are we gonna wave with first?
With your right hand, wave this way, wave. Everybody smile. Your friends, your relatives, all your schoolmates are gonna be on TV looking at you. Keep smiling. Yes. Keep smiling right over here. Woo. Everybody smile. Guess what? Keep going. Cool. Your dogs and cats are looking at you too. Cool. Keep smiling. Awesome. Just another hour. Awesome. And guess what? We're going to switch to our left hand. This is for the left-handed friends. Everybody smile. Keep smiling. Cool. In just a second, Rick's going to be filming the camera. Keep smiling. Woohoo! That's right. 32 more minutes. Cool. Everybody keep smiling and keep going. Woo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to do it for real.